Hi guys, part 16 now. So we're going to start with the Exorcist DVD trilogy. This contains all three of the first films. Obviously the original Exorcist, there's Heretic and Exorcist 3. Really nice box set that. All sort of folds out, nice, really nice. Then we've got the two prequels. The Dominion one, which was the Paul Schrader one. They divided opinion, didn't they? The prequels, you know, some people sort of liked them, some didn't. This is the Rennie Harlin one, which I personally preferred out of the two. Then onto the original. This is the very first ever DVD release of The Exorcist. Absolutely bare bones edition. There's no extras on there, no trailer, nothing. Completely bare, nothing at all. But it does retain that sort of cinema feel to it, which, you know, to me, it sort of retains its sort of authenticity, if you know what I mean. Then this is one of the first DVDs I ever bought. It was still sort of unavailable in the UK at the time. Special edition. It's got the Fear of God documentary on there, which the BBC shoe. Absolutely superb edition of the film. You know, when I got that, I was just chuffed to bits with that. And then a couple of years later, they released the version you've never seen, with the infamous spider walk scene. I really like this edition of the film. You know, really good. Escape 2000, also known as Turkey Shoot, real cool film. Really nice film. This nice addition as well from Anchor Bay. Plenty of features on there. Yeah, uncut, uncensored for the very first time. Steve Railsback is in that one. Tom Savini film, effects. Tom Savini stars in the film, doesn't actually direct it. Yeah, it's not a bad film. It's, you know, sort of seen better. It's worth a pick up, something to watch. Eat Alive, another cannibal film. I really like this one. Very much in the same vein as Cannibal Ferox. Totally the non-rated version, Region 1, Street Show edition. Totally uncut. Elvira's Haunted Hills. I like the Elvira, the original. This sort of lousy sort of remake. It's not a remake. It's just like a lousy sort of sequel to the film. Nothing to write home about. This is a Toby Hooper Eaten Alive, one with Robert Englund in it, with where he runs the hotel or the motel with the alligators underneath it, where he feeds all the people to it. It's a good film. I like that one. This is the Erotic Nights of the Living Dead, the explicit uncut version. They released a toned down version for some unbeknown reason, which I don't know. Non-rated, pretty good film. Joe D'Amato in there. Joe D'Amato directed it. George Eastman's in it, shall I say? Then this is the director's cut of The Exterminator. First time it was released in the UK on DVD, uncut. It's on a cheap Synergy label, but the film's completely uncut. That is a real well worthwhile pick up at the time. It still is, in fact, but I've got the uncut Arrow release on Blu-ray now. So this is Clint Howard, Evil Speak. Great little film. This a little bit slow to get going, but well worth it towards the end. Plenty of gore and pigs eating people and stuff. Pretty good film. Equinox. This is the Criterion edition. Oh, there it goes. Pick it up. Yeah, Equinox. This is, as I say, the Criterion edition of this. It's a really old film, 1970, something like that. No, 1967. Really old film. If you happen to be a fan of this film, this is definitely the way to go. Absolutely tons and tons of features on there. 2 discs. Eat and Run, Ron Silver film. Rubbish film, this, in my opinion. But it's like cost a quid or something like that. Edge of Sanity, pretty good film this. Old 80s film, 1988. It's not a bad little flick that, actually. This is a film I happen to really like. A lot of people didn't like it. Schwarzenegger, End of Days. I actually really liked that film. When it came out, I watched that quite a few times. I liked it, you know. It sort of come out at the same sort of time as Stigmata and that, which I happen to also really like. But there you go. Escape from New York. Can't go wrong with Escape from New York. John Carpenter. Snake Plissken, you know, great character, wasn't he? Top film. I've just recently watched a film called Lockout with the Australian guy, Guy Pearce in it, and they try to make the character the same as this, and no way, nowhere near, mate. Don't even go near that Lockout. I thought that was a pile of shit. End of the Line. This is a strange little film. It's a Canadian film, I think. It came out. I was reading good things about it, so I decided to pick it up. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting little film. That if you can find that, pick that out. I suggest watching that film. Decent little sort of flick at. So we go on to like the Eye. So in the sort of few years back, they were releasing all this after The Ring, weren't they? Sort of the Phone and all, you know, blah blah blah. The Eye wasn't too bad, but The Ring was always the best one for me. Food of the Gods, giant killer rats and that. Really sort of cheesy, low budget film, but a lot of fun. I thought I really enjoyed that. Take it for what it is, you know. It's a PG, you know. It's not going to get too much cool cover on there, I thought, as well. But classic film, John Carpenter's The Fog. I mean, it made you wonder, how did John Carpenter make good films like this? You know, and then the films he made later on, absolutely awful, weren't they? Now this was one of my favourite sort of supernatural films. I used to love this film, The Entity. Just, you know, The Exorcist is always going to be the best film, but this one, I watched it as a kid, so that's probably why I've got sort of like good memories of this. But it used to freak me out, that film. True story, or based on a true story. But yeah, I really like that one. Flesh for Frankenstein. Yeah, great little film, man. The Warhol, Flesh for Frankenstein. They did release it. It was originally made in 3D, wasn't it? I'm surprised they haven't sort of re-released it in 3D, you know. But it does say it on the back there about the 3D stuff and that. It's a shame it's a shame they haven't released that, really, because it's a gory little film. You can see the scenes where the 3D was used in it. You know, it's got Udo Kier in it and that. Great little film. This is a good little film as well. The Ferryman. Didn't mind that at all. A little bit different. So I tried something new, but it was alright. It wasn't a bad little film. If you see that cheap, that's worth a pickup, in my opinion. Flesh Eater, Bill Hinsman. A little low budget zombie film. Not bad, actually. Not a bad little film. I've seen it for a long time, to be honest, so I can't really remember too much about that. But yeah, I remember it being quite good. Now this is a great film. If you haven't seen this is well worth seeking out. Bill Paxton, Matthew McConaughey, Frailty. This is a great little film. I can't say too much about this because it's got a twist in it. But it's a really engrossing little film, and that's a top film, that. Graveyard Shift, vampire film. Yeah, good film. Well, I like this film. I think it's called Central Park Drifter in America. I think it came out. I can't remember what label released it. Shriek Show, one of them. Good film, though. If you like your vampire stuff, that's a good one. Ghost Ship. Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? Ghost Ship. It started off at a couple of gory moments in it, and weren't as good as it could have been. It should have been a hell of a lot better. But there you go. So what else we got? Oh, this is like a Grindhouse double feature. Not horror film, so I'm not going to go into this one too much. Pick Up and The Teacher. Yeah, just dead sort of trashy Grindhouse films. Now this is a film a lot of you probably would not have heard of. This is called Fantasy. I'll try and get it in a better light. Fantasy. It's a UK made film, directed by one of the directors, Dean Maffer there. Dean Maffer and his brother both star in the film as well. And this is a proper gory, politically incorrect film. It's one of the most savage things you'll probably ever see, if you can get hold of it. I mean, this film is, I love this. I mean, me and all my buddies, we watch this film, have a few beers, and this film just makes you laugh. They've got some great characters, but it's, God, this gets completely and utterly balls out, this film. It's a bit like Ryan Nicholson's Gutterballs, you know, if you've seen that. It's that same sort of violence and that, which I absolutely love, you know. So, yeah, if you could get hold of that, Fantaside, absolutely corking little film, that. It's just time for a couple more, guys. Fear, Mark Wahlberg one, Reese Witherspoon. Great little, sort of, more of a thriller, really, but it's a great little film. Really like that one. Flesh Eater Mothers, this is the Vipco release. The better release, there was a better release of this, a Region 1 version, which I've never got around to picking up, but I think it's a better version than this. I don't know if this was cut, uncut, so I'm not 100% sure. The Fun House, this is the Toby Hooper film, Universal release. It's not a bad film, you know, not bad. I'm going to have to leave it there, guys, but the next one we'll be kicking off with will be the Friday the 13th, all along there. So I'll catch you for part 17 very shortly. Thanks for tuning in, guys.